think. And we are back for another live episode of the Kingdom. 122 shows we're on. Hard to believe, but we got a big day tomorrow. We're talking about it tonight. We got the Masters starting tomorrow. So we're going to welcome everybody from across this beautiful country of ours, of Canada, Manitoba, Sask, Alberta, BC, all the way up to Newfoundland and beyond. If you're listening outside of those borders, let us know where you're listening from or watching from. And we'll be back in approximately 30 seconds. Drums, you got an intro tonight? Let's have a good one. Let's go, baby.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Kingdom. As always, my name is Drums, and I'm joined by the brothers behind Kngdom, Regan and Hedzik. As we always do, we'll send it up to the Great White North to what's going on in D-Town. What's going on, Reggie?
Man, it's actually it's not the Great White North right now. There's we haven't got the snowstorm yet. I got Snapchats from lots of people around the province. Province is in shambles right now, snow-wise, but we haven't got anything in Dauphin right now. So, knock on wood, this might be the first time course around here open up before Brandon and Winnipeg. It'd be kind of a nice treat. But I got some other news. The courses might be open here, but I think I'll probably be off golf for about 8 weeks. Got my results back from MRI today from my wakeboard spill last summer, and yeah, it's not good. Got a walking boot on for 4 weeks, and we'll see what happens from there. But pretty low spot here on the golf front for me. But on a positive note, I guess I got tomorrow off, so I get to watch the Masters all day. So take the good with the bad.
That's a plus at least.
Yeah.
So like, you could have dealt with this over the winter.
Yeah.
And just didn't.
Trouble is, like, when it first happened, I had to golf, and then I didn't have to golf, and then I was actually like a week before our wedding, so I kind of just toughed it out and bandaged the shit out of it and wore my top shoes and tied my shoe up, and then it kind of healed, but not really the right way, I guess.
Probably. Yeah.
And then lately I tried to get it fixed. I went to the chiropractor a couple times, and it loosened kind of everything back up, and there was some more pain than I initially thought there was, and decided to get it looked at, and here I am in a fucking walking boot.
There we go. Good start. Good start to the season.
Yep, love
it. It's happening out in Rossman, buddy.
Top of the evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be alive. Drums, do you want to check your microphone settings? You sound a little bit off. Just while I'm chatting here, just double check where your input's coming from. Yes, it's Masters Eve, baby. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I've been buzzing all day just thinking about tomorrow. Reggie's off. I'm sure the chat's going to be buzzing tonight with all the Masters chat, hopefully. Keebs is in the house. Good to have you, buddy. Keebs had a really good tweet today. He said something along the lines of, you got to be fucking crazy if you think I'm going to be shoveling in April. So they must Portage and Winnipeg, I think, got it a lot worse than we did, which is, like Reggie said, quite rare. I think that if there's ever one spot that snows in Manitoba, it's here at Rossman Lake. It seems like anyways, but it's good. Everything's good. Life is good. Wish that Reggie would have had a little bit better news today, but the good news is that the spring golf is usually pretty shitty anyways. So, I mean, it's better to be on the shelf right now as opposed to in May or June. And Reggie, you can finish reading your Lou Stegner golf Bible, and you can work on your short game a little bit, I think, still, right?
Yeah. The only thing is bowling playoffs are coming up, and I might be on the shelf for the bowling playoffs too. So, it's just a tough time around here. But I told Joel today, Like I'm kind of happy I got that MRI done so fast. I got on the cancellation list and got in right away. And then they got the results back right away so I can get going on this bullshit with the boot and try to fix things. The only thing is it's going to be really close to Gary Brandon times because it's supposed to be 8 weeks of healing here. So that's going to be kind of leading right up to it. So I'll be a little rusty going into that, but we'll figure some stuff out.
Well, you gotta heal it. That's the main thing because you don't want to screw up your whole summer. That'd be tough.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, no, we got lots to talk about today. I guess before we go any further, we should give a big shout out to our mom who hit a milestone yesterday in birthday land. So happy belated birthday. I know Reggie got to eat some pizza last night with mom and dad and Easton and watch the Kings lose, unfortunately, but happy birthday, Mom. We love you, as you know. Reggie had a nice post yesterday on Instagram, and also another one. Rob's birthday is in 3 days from now, so this will be Rob's birthday show as well. So I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but happy upcoming birthday to Rob. But we got a laundry list of things here to talk about in regards to the Masters. We got a contest that we're going to be drawing for. We got some feedback from Instagram to discuss. There's no shortage of topics right now. But Drums, tell us, first of all, how's your mic? And second of all, how's things in the Wheat City?
I think the mic's better. Does it sound better?
Not really. Sounds the same. Did you change any settings?
I changed it to the microphone.
It doesn't sound bad. It just sounds a little bit different than usual. We can still hear you fine.
Okay. Well, we'll go with it as it is because we don't
there
want to complain and screw something. So we'll rock with it. Not much happening other than just a piss load of snow over here too. I'm with the boys in the chat. I've retired the shovels, so the sun can do its job from on out. Other than that, honestly, not a whole hell of a lot. Just we had my uncle's funeral yesterday, so that was long, tough day, good day at the same time. Nice, very nice celebration of life, and it was crazy. There was probably almost 200 people at this thing. Like when I go, there's going to be like 3, and that'll be Luke, Liz, and everybody else.
Yeah, right.
But no, so it's good to have some. I'm outliving you guys. I don't. But it was good to get some family time. Just with COVID and everything, I don't know. Families kind of got off put with gathering and all that BS around that stuff. So unfortunate event, but it was good to get a good family gathering together.
For sure. Yeah, I'm sure it really put stuff like that sure puts things into perspective, hey? Because, I mean, I think you mentioned last show that he went to sleep and didn't wake up. Like, I mean, every day is just, I mean, it's cliche to say, but it is. It's every day is a gift, and you can't take any day for granted. And it's sad that, we have to have reminders like that, but it sure puts things into perspective for everybody. So it's good that you had a good celebration, and there's a lot of people there. I think that's what you can strive for as a human, is to have lots of people at the funeral. And I mean, if that's how she goes, then it's a good way to go out.
For sure.
So where should we begin tonight, fellas? Lots to start. Do you want to start with the Masters, or I know we're going to spend the whole show talking about it, but
we'll spend the whole show. So Corey Connors.
Get hot.
Cheers.
Get hot, buddy. Yep.
Cheers, Corey. What a time for it. Right before the Masters, where he's a perennial top finisher. Like, hey, things are trending right now for him. Imagine if a Canadian won the Masters.
Oof. Can you imagine if he could get his putting together?
Oh, man.
Where he would be?
Yeah, unbelievable.
His iron play is phenomenal. Probably 3, 4, 5 in the world at worst. It's just get that putting together. Come on, DI. Let's get it figured out.
But how do you do that?
That's the thing. I mean, it's not like I'm pretty sure he's never not tried to get it sorted out, right?
Look at
Zally
boy.
Right.
Same boat.
It's so painful. The poor guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really put Connors in the same category as Zalatoris. He's in a league of his own, I think, in that sense.
You can't, but you can. In terms of like, it's not so painful to watch those short putts, but he wastes a lot of strokes putting, man. Like,
true.
They might not be like really short misses, but shit, like it seems like every time he gets his putter going, he's up near the top.
So, Ches got a good point here. This is 20 years since Weirzy won the Masters. Could be in the cards if you believe in that kind of stuff. I don't know. Do you guys think that Corey is going to be on the top of a lot of golf pools this week? I mean, it's a little bit different going from where did he win in Texas? Like what's it called?
Valero.
It's quite a bit different field for sure. But
yeah, still playing good golf.
Still playing good golf. Still have some momentum. And we talked about that a couple weeks ago in the sense that I think it's underappreciated, I think, in the sense that when guys win, they're finished next week because they're hot, right? There's only 2 or 3 days between. In this case, less. When those guys get to Augusta, I think the Connors would have been there like the next day because they have so much stuff going on in Augusta. But you win, and then you basically just keep going, right? It's not like you have to take a month off or anything. You just keep going. So I don't know.
Yeah, if you find yourself in a good groove, it could definitely carry over.
And
are you guys taking them in your pools?
I did.
Did you?
Well, one I couldn't because him and Tiger were in the same box. Box. No, I've made a bet on him though. For his odds are crazy, man. Like I took him. Let's see. For top 8 places, so the odds it's like 1/5 odds. So if he finishes in the top 8, the odds just get divided into 5. And I bet $40 on him, and if he wins, I win $1,200. And then it just gets divided accordingly there. So I think he's gonna have a top finish. So, and I also
top
took
10.
Yeah.
Tough to bet against
I've got lots of bets on the go right now. Too many, some would say, but it is what it is. I know that I'm going to be watching lots this weekend, so if that's what it's going to cost me for the weekend to be that entertained by it all, then that so be it.
Is that entertaining though? Because I feel like I've been in the same boat. I don't know. It's not to me. It's just overwhelming. It's like I don't know who to cheer for. There's just so many different scenarios. You have so much money on it, but you're cheering for like 20 different guys. I feel like
I'm not doing that. I have my guys. I actually bet on Mac Hughes. He's paying 300 to 1, which is
what's Tiger paying right now?
66 to 1. It was 75 last night, and I missed it, and it was 66 today.
Also hard to bet against Tiger, but we'll talk about that maybe in a bit. What's with Zaire bets? Are they allowed to be doing that stuff? Like, I feel like there's a lot of liability there in terms of that size of a golf account, like sharing their bets and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything there or not, but is that something new that they've been doing?
I didn't notice.
Like Zaire Golf?
Yeah, Zaire Golf.
What have they been doing?
I must have missed it. What did they do?
They always just have like their betting stuff on, like who they bet on, odds, and like Zaire bets or something.
Points bet?
Maybe they're sponsored by them or something.
Sure.
Like this?
What it would be.
I can't see.
Like Brooks and Connors?
Was it on their story?
No. See you later. Oh, I see here. Bet with Zaire.
Yeah,
Points
bet with Zaire.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
So
can
it
do
just
that.
be a sponsored thing.
Reggie Ches wants to know if you're better at betting on golf than MJHL.
Yeah, maybe. Lost to
I'm gonna say
Monday,
no.
Ches. Went
Lost
double or
to
nothing on the series. Lost.
Is that what the bet was?
It was $50 to see who would finish higher in the season, and then they ended up playing each other in playoffs. So I went double or nothing and lost. Well, that was actually one of the better playoff series I've ever seen. Actually, unfortunately, Dolphin came out on the wrong end of it. But
It was a good series for sure. Okay, what else? Where should we start? Maybe let's start with what we're excited for, because I got some stuff from Instagram here to share. We got people's picks in terms of there's a wide variety, but what are you guys most excited about the Masters first? first and foremost.
Just it. Honestly. I know that's a
let's
really
get going.
lame answer, but like, man, so much good golf right now. So many, like, it's crazy when you go through the list of players, like how many guys are like at their peak that they've ever been right now. It's just, and then you bring in those live idiots. I don't know. I haven't really been paying too much attention to them, but they're there. And be interesting. I want to watch Cam Smith. That's about the only guy that I'm excited to see play again. But
yeah, Cam and DJ. I want to see what Phil's up to. The reports of the Champions dinner, he was kind of sulking in the corner, didn't talk to anybody, didn't say a word the entire dinner. A little more interaction amongst the boys and the rest of the leagues, but Phil kind of kept to himself, it sounds like. So I am kind of eager to see what's his nuts there. Three Leg Greg was saying that if a live player were to pull off the win, all the live boys would be out there on the 18th green to celebrate. Like that's going to be a hilarious event if that actually happens.
I think it would though, or no?
I don't know. I can't see it actually happening. Like I can't see DJ giving enough of a fuck if somebody else wins to go run up on the 18th green. Makes no sense.
Imagine if Patrick Reed won, like he's not coming up there.
Nobody.
No.
Like, do you think Greg Norman gets in there?
Oh, for sure. Guy's a total fucking loser, man.
But like, no, but like, does he have to buy like his own ticket?
Oh, do you think he gets in? I don't know if he's allowed to come there, actually.
That's what I mean. Like, would they let him in the ground?
I don't know. Well, I guess if they're letting the players in, I don't see why not.
I don't know.
It sounds like to me, from what I've seen anyways, that the Masters is impartial. I mean, they probably have some bias towards the PGA, but I mean, they let the players there as they should be, exactly. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like Phil took it on the chin a lot worse than other players did right off the hop. I mean, he kind of started the whole big split between the two with everything that went down. And, you know, I don't know, guys are being treated differently, I think, based on how they left and how they were when they were in the PGA. Like Cam Smith never ruffled any feathers. Everybody still loves DJ. People still hate Patrick Reed for good reason. But Phil was kind of like the first guy to commit to it. And I think that he took a lot of shit for that. And I mean, I don't really blame him, to be honest with you, because yeah, Rock says he steals the jacket like Happy Gilmore. Honestly, that's what I'm most excited to see. I'm excited to see the live guys back competing because there's just been so much media attention about it. And obviously they're biased towards the PGA. The world golf rankings are biased. Who's 150 in the world right now? DJ or something? No, but I don't know. I just hope that they compete. And I think it adds another element to it, honestly, in terms of the competition. It's just a whole nother level of guys hating each other, which is what you want.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the hate amongst the players has died down a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like there isn't as much chirping going on back and forth. I don't know. And maybe because it is the Masters, it's like everybody's favorite week, the most special time of year. Did you see HV3's quote about the rest of the live players? HV3 had this to say: live agenda. They're full of shit. They're growing their pockets. I tell them all the time, all of them. You don't come here to fucking grow the game. You're just lining your own pocket. So for a guy that's pretty subdued, I've never actually like seen him have like a hot comment or anything to blatantly say that. It's always been obvious, but it is just funny now they're infighting amongst the live players. So it's what do you call it? It's like a soap opera with that show or with that league. It's hilarious, weird, all the above.
It is. It's kind of like a train wreck or car crash. Like you
just can't
take your eyes off it. HVC or HV3. I love HV3. HVC. I saw Big C combined them there. We've talked about HV3 before in the past on the show, but we're all big fans of him. And I don't know. I hope those guys would do well. Obviously, I don't really care for some guys like Patrick Reed and shit, but I think that they got something to prove right now, and I think that that's going to kind of elevate them. And I'm taking Cam Smith on my 4-man squad and rolling the dice on him. I don't know. What do you guys think of Brooks, though? Because there's a few people that are calling for Brooks to win because he's won a couple live events this year already.
I don't know. I think it's all between the ears for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard to judge with never actually watching them in the past year and a half.
I know. But there's some, you can say what you want about the Live Tour, but there's good players on there, and he's won twice. He's the only player to do so. So clearly he's doing something right this year. He's playing against the likes of Cam Smith, DJ, like these guys are no joke for sure. But this was kind of the result from Instagram today. And it's pretty interesting, actually. There were 7 people who guessed Rory, and that was by far the number one. 5 that said Scheffler. 3 that said Smith. 3 that said Koepka. 3 that said Speith. And then the rest were all one-offs. Tiger, Connors, Burns, Homa, Rahm, Sonny, Cam Young, Will Z, and JT.
Lots of good picks. Like I said, lots of good players, man. It's unbelievable. Like, who's going to win? I would say Rory, but I'm obviously biased towards that. I mean, I think it's time that he's going to win. He's putting good finally, and seems like he's hitting his driver good. Conditions are apparently really soft there right now, so his carry on his driver is going to really benefit him. I don't know. I think it's time for him to get rid of the demons and just win. You guys? You don't think so, hey?
He's not my pick. Yeah. No, I wouldn't bet against Scottie.
I know it's hard.
The absolute machine that guy is, insane. My pick from my heart is going to be Max.
See, I didn't even think of Max when I was looking at my picks today. Like, that's how crazy this is. Even Rahm, like, is this the greatest field of all time?
It might be, man. Listen to some of these pairings for tomorrow. You got Vic, Xander, and Tiger.
I love that.
JT, Rombo, Cam Young, Scottie, Max, Speith, Tommy Fleetwood, Tony Finau, Patrick Reed's playing with Svensson and Sahith. DJ's got Corey Connors and Justin Rose, Tom Kim, Rory, and Sam Burns. Cam Smith with Hideki and Sonny.
Tom Kim, Rory, and Sam Burns. Oh.
And then we got Shane, Mac Hughes, and Thomas Peters. Like, there isn't a group that's like, damn, everything is absolutely crazy how good these threesomes are.
Did you see who's off first?
Weirdly.
And Kevin Na. Just 2 of them.
Just back everything up.
Yeah.
Right off the start.
Weir's just going to hit a couple OB and just back the course up. No, I think Weir's going to be dialed this weekend, actually.
Weirzy looks weird, no?
I think we've gone through this every time his name's brought up.
I don't know. I can't like him anymore. He just looks too weird to me. He looks like a different person.
What do you mean you can't like him anymore? You're off Mike Weir?
No, I'm not off him, but it's just like, I don't know. Is that the lead singer of My Chemical Romance or like the Canadian who won the Masters? Like, I don't know. And also, yeah, I don't know.
It's like he went to the same guy that Vince McMahon went to for his paint job. Did you see that, Reg?
No.
Oh, look up McMahon mustache. It's amazing.
And maybe that's what it is. It doesn't seem like he just looks too fake or something.
Doesn't fit him.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. He looks like he's got an Instagram filter on.
Yeah, honestly. But I don't know. Hopefully, it has a good weekend. It'd be good to see. We got what is there? 4 Canadians this field this year?
That's not real.
It's 100% real.
What are you talking about?
That picture of Vince McMahon?
Oh, yeah. What is with that?
He looks like the bad guy in a kid's show that put on a disguise. It's
Oh
nuts.
my God. That's weird. That's really strange, man. Isn't it?
It's there's lots of strange things right now, for sure. We're being one of them.
Mess of.
Okay.
Would you officially change his name to Mike Weird?
Yeah. Add a D. It wouldn't be too hard to do. Mike Weird. We should start an Instagram account at Mike Weird and just show original Mike versus current Mike. Keep said that's not real. He must be talking about Vince.
Or Mike. Or Mike Weird.
We got one beer down here. I kind of feel like getting lit tonight. I don't know about you guys, but what time's Tiger off tomorrow?
I don't got to work tomorrow, but I got to find a way up those stairs.
Yeah, like he's off early, right? So like that's pretty much the day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wake up with a little Wednesday hangover.
Did you guys see Seamus today?
Yeah.
Back-to-back aces.
That's not a bad day.
And then Scheffler got a hole-in-one when they all hit at the same time. 3 guys hit at the same time, and he got an ace.
I saw that he got an ace, but yeah.
Seamus. That if we had a highlight reel of King Golf highlights, that would probably be one of them. Is you calling him Seamus while Cockrell was on the show?
While Cockrell was on here, he's like, Seamus to me, and I'm like, I was just looking here. I was looking through the tee times, and Big Dick Rick missed it by four spots in the world golf rankings.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's at 54 right now. He climbed his way all the way back and missed it by 4.
Whatever. It's good to see him playing good again.
Yeah, he had to last to get it.
That's shitty, but he's playing good. He's always been such a good putter, man. He's such a deadly putter. It's crazy. Oh, I got my office is just about ready to go upstairs, and Easton's class is done tonight, so I'll be up there next episode. Got a golf wall for you guys behind me.
You're all right where you are, though, too, no?
Bunch of photos. I like it up there. Get lost in the cold.
Oh, that was 10 out of 10 stuff right there. We need I would really like to see like the top 10 moments of our 122 episodes here. There'd be some good stuff. Lots of dumb shit for sure, but there'd be some funny stuff.
Yeah. Laugh Attack would be on there too.
Laugh Attack would be on there.
Did you guys see Gary Player going off? Or did we talk about that last week?
Same thing.
Like he was like crying that they weren't allowing him to do the ceremonial tee off.
Who's doing it tomorrow?
And it was like instead of him, it is Jesus.
Ooh.
I just had it. They played with Tiger on Monday.
Oh, Freddie,
I think.
Man, how about that grouping on Monday? Oh my God, that might be my favorite group in history.
Tom Kim,
Rory, Tiger, and Freddie. Like, what?
I'm just glad Tiger's not playing with JT again. I'm so over that shit.
How does TK get into that group though? The train,
Nike.
Yeah, maybe. Hey,
yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
He's gonna get a
Nike has some sway for sure.
And TaylorMade.
Mm-hmm. I feel
what
like
about Jason Day? Nobody said his name.
Yeah,
he's playing some good golf right now.
He's getting hot.
Like he was hot at
I don't know that Nike has as much sway, or if it's Tiger.
You think Tiger wanted to play with Tommy?
Well, I mean, like there would have been a conversation, like, "Hey, Tiger, do you mind if Tom plays with you?"
Well, yeah. I mean, Tiger could have said no for sure,
Right.
But it's Nike that probably would have proposed it, because I doubt Tom and Tiger are real big buds. It's just like they think that Tom could be the next edition of, not going to be probably, but he could be.
Well, they thought that about how many
Rory.
next Tiger Woods has there been?
Morikawa.
Yep. Rory.
Well, Rory.
I don't think Scheffler ever was.
Nobody talked about Scheffler, and all of a sudden he's just absolutely lighting it up.
He's hard to watch, though. He's hard to watch. Yeah. He's hard to cheer for.
He is hard to cheer for. But at the same, like, you don't want to cheer against him because he's going to win.
And he's. I don't
know if the person.
I like him. What. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
He's a really likable guy. I think we talked about it. He just gets such big leads and doesn't collapse. And people love to see collapse and big finishes, and he just doesn't let it happen.
Speith was a big one for sure.
Yeah.
Speith probably was the biggest one that they thought was going to be the next Tiger. He sure fizzled out.
He buzzed for a while, though. Holy shit, did he buzz. Till that shot really at Augusta. There's that shot at Augusta for him, plus that shot at Augusta for Rory, like, just derailed both those guys for like a long time.
Did you guys see Francesco's tweet yesterday about that? Well, it wasn't really about that, but he just like, it's Masters week. It's all smiles from everybody. And his was just like, he looked very sour about it. So it was just kind of him reminiscing about his 12-hole meltdown there.
Okay. Have you guys seen pictures of the 12th green? Like actual pictures from the side?
Oh yeah.
Man, it's like a 5-foot bank down to the water.
It's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you don't see that on TV, eh?
No,
not even
close.
No, so many of those greens are. And 15, that John Sherman's there right now, the guy that I always quote about, and he said 15 was the biggest surprise to him. Like how hard of an approach shot it is, even from 100 yards. And guys are hitting long irons into that green. Like, I forgot Sonny hit that one into the water last year, over the green.
I think Sonny's got a realistic shot. He's been sniffing the last couple of years, man.
Sonny's an absolute beauty, man.
I finished watching, I think it was after the podcast last week, but I finished watching the 2019 Masters when Tiger won.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember a better 10 minutes in sports history before, when Tiger tapped in at the end, hugged Charlie, hugged everybody, went through the crowd.
Waterworks.
What's that?
Waterworks on?
Yes. But he was more jacked than I've ever seen him before. And he was just like pumping up the crowd and like two hands going through the whole crowd. It's just nuts. I mean, it's after watching the whole time, it was, I mean, even thinking about it now, just like in my own head, it's wild. But even if you just watch that part, like there's no better 5 minutes in sports, to me anyways, than Tiger tapping in and hugging his family and going to the scorer's booth and to Butler cabin. That time in between there, I've never seen anything like that before, emotion-wise.
You can't, I think the craziest thing is, like, even if you tried, if there was any movie in the world, any director, anything like that, like, you actually, all the shit that happened, I mean, in golf and all the tragedy and everything like that with him, and then all of a sudden, like, he wins, and it was just like, what the hell just happened for one? Like, nobody, I mean, he was a write-off to even make the cut that week, and then all of a sudden it was, I don't know. You can't make that shit up. You can't make it up that happened. And then he just taps in and just goes, for a guy that's been so quiet about everything, like, he would celebrate, and then he'd kind of, during the celebration after that, he'd be really low-key. He just went absolutely bonkers. Like, so, it was awesome.
With that being said, like, I mean, all the experts around the world in golf and media have been basically wrote Tiger off. And, I was thinking about how he's playing now versus like from that stretch between, say, 2009 to basically 2019, 10-year stretch there. Like, he was all over the map. he would miss 90% of the fairways. He was swearing every shot. It was just a mess. But every time he plays at Augusta, he's always in contention. And I was thinking about that in relation to like the Tamarack. I think they're the same in terms of you have to be knowledgeable about the greens there. And one thing, the interesting thing about listening to those broadcasts of the Masters is just picking up on different things. But I was watching the 2001 one the other night, which is a whole other story. But they were talking about how Tiger would rewatch so much footage of the Masters, and he knew every break in those greens and where the pins would be and how all around that, how they would break. And I just feel like that's such a huge advantage, knowing those greens so well. And that's why I just don't think that you can ever really count Tiger out of the Masters.
Definitely. Yeah.
Even this year.
He's got to get around, though.
Well, I mean, we've seen that he can. Like the last time he played 4 rounds. He didn't show too much sign of, fatigue. I don't think, anyways.
I mean, I think if he's in contention after the first 2 rounds, I think adrenaline carries him for the last 36. But he has to get to that being in contention in the first 36. If he has like a little meltdown in like a 5-hole stretch, I think that'll probably be it for a top finish, and even the drive to get to the top 10, because he probably won't give too much of a shit about that if he's not going to have a chance to win. Like, yeah, I think he could ride the adrenaline after the first 36 holes if he starts good, but it's going to be big.
I agree. I just think he's one of those guys like in the Tamarack, where there's 16 in the championship flight every year, but there's always like 2 or 3 guys who are always in there no matter what, no matter how they play. Yeah. They just play there so much. They know those greens so well that you can never really count them out. I just feel like that's what Tiger is, and that's why I think that he'll be in my
he's the Jacobson of Clear Lake, of Augusta.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think Jacobson's ever missed. Well, maybe 1 year in like the last 20.
Reggie, did you see that mega pool that Keith was talking about?
No.
I looked at it today. It's pretty wild. Remember Keebs was talking about the guy that does a contest for sending people to the Masters in his private jet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this guy does a Masters pool as well. And I guess Keebs said that the first place prize is worth like 10 or 15 grand every year just because there's so many entrants. But it was almost like a puzzle to try to figure out who you had to pick. And I don't know. It was kind of overwhelming today. I haven't really had a chance to look into it yet, but I do want to enter it. It's $30.
Where do you get to it?
What's that?
How do you get to it?
I can email it to you or get Keeps to send it to you. One of the two. But yeah, and I think that you also have to do other side bets. I don't know. There's like 12 boxes to look at, and there's too much going on for me at the time. Carson said, I think that's Carson. It's got to be Carson. He said Liv should have saved the money they paid Patrick Reed and bought better broadcasting equipment. They do have a lot of things to improve upon for sure. Colby Day in the house. Cuz, what's up, buddy? He's got a prediction. Tiger 70, 73, 73, 70. I think he's going to do better than that. You guys, what do you think he's going to shoot?
He's going to mix the 69 in there because
has to.
It's Tiger.
Just because.
I think he's going to be 69 tomorrow.
I'm going to say he misses the cut.
Whoa. Based on what?
Based on Buddy doesn't play. He doesn't play. I think the last time we saw him was a little more of a course that he found a little easier than Augusta. I think, but again, everybody says that he's hitting the ball really well. It's just how can he get around? I think that's the biggest. Obviously, it's the biggest hindrance, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith. But which is fine. Prove me wrong, please do.
Yeah, you're in a good spot, Drums. If you're expecting bad, but then I'm kind of in the opposite, and that's the trouble. Is when you have too high of expectations, it's like you're sad. So Colby's throwing out bets here. Everyone, yeah, Drum's taking block now. Everyone wants to bet Reggie on the show. What's the bet, Colby?
Yeah, 50 on what?
Ross goes out of here. Yeah, everybody's leaving after the Drums.
Got some pretty big Tiger fans in here, Drummy.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
Oh, well, it doesn't seem like it if you say he's MC Hammer.
All right.
Drums, that's 2 weeks in a row. Also, you said that Tiger wouldn't have performed as well against if he was playing in the same quality of players this as he is now.
Like if you, I meant like if you plopped 0-1 Tiger today, his margins of victory are not as big as they were back then.
Yes.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I don't know about that, Drummy. Like I told you, I was watching the 2001 Masters ever since my other one ended, the 2019 Masters. And yeah, I mean, the field overall is obviously we're comparing it to the greatest field of all time right now, for sure. But I mean,
that's what the comparison was.
But Tiger was final round with Phil and Tiger. David Duval was right behind them. You had Jim Furyk in the mix. You had Angel Cabrera, the man. And I mean, they were all shooting minus 14, minus 15. They're all kind of in that area in terms of their score, which has historically kind of been the average of, you know, what Augusta's been in relation to how the players are playing it. I don't know. That's kind of how I would measure it. Scorers.
Yeah.
They've also done modifications to the course.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody would be out driving him again. I don't know. If you could do like a simulation of it, I think it'd be unreal to watch.
Yeah, but how could you?
Yeah, I don't know if you could either. Like, I don't know if you look at Tiger's.
That's why it was a dumb fucking question in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know if you looked at Tiger's golf swing, like there's no golf. I mean, you put it up there with Hogan for sure, but just the amount of power that Tiger had there compared to everybody else, and how far he was hitting his 3-wood past Phil's driver, like by 20 yards.
It said he was carrying.
But we're not talking about Phil. We're talking about Scottie Scheffler. We're talking about Jordan Speith. We're talking about Max Homa now. Like we're talking about a completely different field with completely different generation of players. I don't think it's that crazy of a take to think that the margins of victory wouldn't be as big as they were back then.
I think that
I'm not even saying that he's going to fucking lose. Just that it's going to be a tighter field, you fucking muppets. Fuck all you.
No, but I think that
this is what we're here for right there.
I think that Tiger, with today's equipment, when he was in his prime, would hit
That's not what the fucking question was. You take Tiger from 01 and you plop him in 2023.
So is he using his equipment?
He's not. No. He's using the shit he used in 01. You fucking change the scales of this question.
And all these guys are using the new stuff?
Yes, what the question was.
Fuck all you.
Come from me after a dumb fucking question like that.
Oh man. Oh, I haven't had one of these laughs for a while on the show.
This is the longest. That was the longest silence in Kingdom history.
Okay.
I just always thought you were a Tiger fan, Jones, but it doesn't seem like you really are anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm turning. I'm sticking with Phil. Phil is the greatest of all.
I'm way behind here. Sorry, folks. Oh.
Son of a.
Sorry, yeah. To anybody who's listening to the podcast version of this, highly recommend you check out the live show for this one. Good stuff. Lots of good stuff happening right now, fellas. Keep her going.
Yeah.
That was good.
What else? What else we talking about for the weekend?
Well, see you next week.
I just want to round out the 2001 thing. There's a couple other things too. Helicopter flyovers, like you know how they do the hole by hole. Legit helicopter flying around because you could see the shadows of it. And the graphics literally look like a 1995 video game. And the fashion, like David Duval had those glasses that he wore, never took them off once the entire round.
Oh, the worst.
So
I think that's
bad.
why I didn't like him.
You know what? Duval had a putt.
He was Nike too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Nike.
Yeah.
Duval had a putt on,
DD.
yes. He had a putt on the 18th hole to get to minus 15, I think, which is what Tiger was at. He had like a 5 or 6 footer, like the closest of anybody the whole day. And he didn't even hit the hole. And Tiger was right behind him. All Tiger had to do was make a par, I think, to win. But if Duval would have made that, it would have been a whole different probably career path. Did Duval ever win a green jacket? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Because he can't play in this tournament, so I would say no.
Is he still playing?
Is David Duval underrated?
Well, no.
You don't think so?
No, he had like a stretch of like 2 really good years and then fell off a cliff.
Yeah, I know, but he fell off a cliff because he had to play against fucking Tiger every weekend.
Like, so did everybody else. They didn't fall off a cliff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they did. Who didn't?
Furyk didn't.
Phil was the only one that rode with him.
Chris DeMarco?
Chris DeMarco. Who was the guy that he beat when the guy kicked the ball down the hill?
Oh, yeah. Life.
Hal Sutton? No. Was it somebody like that?
Was that not Rocco?
No.
No, it was the U.S. Open.
Larry Mize? No.
Sandy Lyle.
In 05? Is that what it was?
No, that was the PGA Championship, I think. It was Bob
May.
Yes, Bob May, I'm pretty sure anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we need to take a breather here or something. I don't even know where we're at. That was good. That was good stuff, Drummy. And chat.
Oh.
Big shout out to the chat for getting drums fired up like that. Me and Reg don't have the ability to do that, so shout out to everybody who made that happen. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this draw. You guys want to do that for the contest? So on Instagram today, we posted a picture. We've been doing this for the last 2 months, probably, of local courses. So we post a picture of the course. If you name the hole and the golf course, you get the first one to do it has won some Satoshi, some sats, which are a fraction of a Bitcoin. And today we did a little bit differently. We did a hole at Augusta, which some people didn't know it was Augusta. I won't call them out or anything, but there was 6 guys who guessed the wrong hole of Augusta. And there's some pretty well-versed golf fans as well. So this was yeah.
Name names.
I don't. Yeah, I guess we can name some names because it is.
No,
funny.
Don't name names.
They thought it was hole 12, which it could be mistaken for that. Really, the only difference, I think, key difference there, would be the bunkers at the back. There, because I think there's like 3 or 4 at the back of 14, and I think 12 only has 1, maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. If you look at that quick, though, it really looks like hole 12.
It does. So it was sneaky. So Thomas Friesen guessed hole 12. Danny Lehman guessed hole 12. Derek Stakilo guessed hole 12. Brett Jans later corrected himself, but he guessed hole 12. Prairie Golf Co. guessed hole 12. And Kevin Splosion guessed hole 12. Sorry, fellas. Although Brett corrected himself, so he also got entered in for the draw. So we had 13 people who got it right. So I have a list here. You guys have not seen this list. I want you guys to pick one number out of 13. Drums, you do it because you've had a hard episode here. So we're going to give you a chance to redeem yourself to some lucky listener. Somewhere
11.
between 1 and 3, pick.
Oh, 1 and 3?
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
Or sorry, 1 and 13. 1 13. 1 13.
11.
Moose.
No.
No, I'm saying Moose Messier.
Oh. So that would be. Can I zoom? Oh, yeah. Ryan Weeb.
All right.
Congrats to Ryan Weeb. Ches also got a bonus entry for calling it Azalea instead of hole 13. That was a veteran move. So he got a bonus entry, but Mr. Bry won. So Ryan Weeb is the lucky winner of some sats. Don't know if he's a Bitcoiner, but he will be after tomorrow. Moving on.
Yeah. I might not be able to sleep tonight.
Me neither. After that,
What time is Mike Weir tee off?
Actually, I wouldn't mind watching Weirzy.
No, it'd be weird to watch him. Just because he looks so weird. Be like thinking the whole time, like, who is that? Is that actually him? Mike? Remember Mike Weir when we were at the Waste Management, we were just hammered and he was just drilling balls on the driving range after?
Was that
we were
Weirzy?
yelling at him? Yeah. You don't remember that? It was like dark and he was just drilling drivers. That's when he was like, that was peak struggles. He missed the cut and he was just grinding on the driving range.
But he was still on tour though, competing, right? Or no?
I don't know.
He must have been if he was. Well, he would have had his card at least if he was playing that event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think. Oh, you know what it was then? He had that injury exemption, and then he was trying to come back after that.
Oh, right.
That was right during it, and then he got to the senior tour and just got hot.
Mm-hmm. Hasn't done much lately, though, eh?
I don't know. I haven't really followed the senior tour much since you guys said you hate Bernard.
No one said that.
Yeah, you guys said he's cheating.
Oh, you got a Guinness? Oh. Actually, it doesn't even look that appetizing. I had a huge supper tonight. I had a steak.
These are good.
Veggies. Petishka. No, not Petishka. Is that the coffee one?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are solid. Carson says Duval's best finish was Augusta T2. I think him and Phil tied that year T2.
Is that 2001?
Yeah, I think they both finished minus 14. Tiger made a 15-footer right over top of Duval's ball to finish with a birdie, minus 16. Classic Tiger.
Classic Tiger.
Oh, and you know what? Earl was there too. That's pretty cool to see too. You know, you see 2019 where it's Charlie and family, but 2001 Earl was still there, and he was just watching the whole thing on 18. He didn't move around very well at the time in 2001, so I don't think he was too mobile, but he was just standing with his arms crossed on 18th hole watching it. It kind of reminded me of Grandpa Hal, how he used to spend.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just thought when you said that.
And Tito was clapping, and he was just standing there with his arms crossed, smiling. Ernie looked like he was 20 years old in that Masters too. Sorry. Mike Weir closed the line. I don't remember that.
Do you think that Ernie Els was beating the shit out of people at that time too, or just recently?
Just headbutting motherfuckers all the time?
How about Ernie's 7 or 6 putt, whatever that was, at the first hole?
That was on the first hole, right?
Wasn't that on the first or second? Yeah.
An 11 on the first hole?
How many putts did he take?
Well, it would be like 7, I think. I saw this thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that was way more painful than anything I've ever seen Will Z do. Although the stroke was better, like just how everything went down there, that was so uncomfortable to watch.
Connors had one on the weekend.
What?
Connors had a 3-putt like from like 2.5 feet on the weekend on Friday or Thursday.
And still got it done.
Yeah, he was in the lead, and then all of a sudden he did that.
Okay, let's take a quick peek at Mike Weir's clothing line here. I got to see this.
I'm trying to find it. I remember the one now.
You remember it?
I remember the label.
Mike Weir had, I don't know.
Okay, keep looking, Drummy. We'll carry on here. Anything else we got to talk about here, boys? I got a list of about 10 things here from people on Instagram and what they're most excited about. But is there anything else you want to chat about tonight?
Let's hear them.
So we asked the question. I always regret how many questions I ask on Instagram because then I have to go through everyone and compile them and figure out what the hell they're for. But this was a good one because I just said, what are you most excited for about the Masters? And the first two were literally everything from Ryan Weeb and everything from Chez. And then Colton Easton said, it's a sign of spring. It's the first major. The NFL or the NHL playoffs are just starting. And it's barbecue season. Wasn't really barbecue season today, but I barbecued. It was windier than hell.
We're always away from barbecues.
Foxy, I just found the Mike Weir stuff, and Foxy will listen to this later. He went to a Mike Weir golf school in Winnipeg, and I just found a shirt on Safari that Fox had that he got from Mike Weir at that golf school. So the Mike Weir clothing line. Teddy wore that shirt a lot. The old MW.
I don't remember it. Jets lost to the Flames per Cam. Oh, I skipped over this, but Cam said that Drums is right. How do you feel about that, Drums? You had at least one supporter in the.
Well, I mean, no, I'm right. I'm good with it.
I know I'm right. Yeesh.
Yeah, I'm with Chez here. He said barbecue season never ends. I barbecued all winter. It's definitely different going out when it's minus 30 and, it takes longer to barbecue for me anyways. I don't know if that's normal or not, but spring is barbecue season for sure.
Yeah.
So do we have any examples of Weirzy's clothing or are we just going to keep rolling here?
I can't share. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Just Google it. You'll figure it out.
Tiger Red on Sunday. Travis Milton. Cannot wait for that. Do you guys ever notice how Tiger never had his buttons undone? Back when he used to wear like the golf shirts, he had all the buttons done up. Never showed any chest. And now he wears the mock necks. Tiger's off in 12 hours from now. He'll be at the Masters golfing.
That doesn't even seem real, actually.
2023 might go down as the greatest Masters field of all time. Not
I
just
think
the
it
names,
has to.
Not just the names, but the
quality
of golfers. Okay, Tyler. What's that?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I can't believe Mac Hughes is going to come out on top of everybody. That's the craziest part for me.
You got
Mac Hughes from just around the corner.
Just over there.
Yeah, Colton forgot the MLB. Jay's fired up. What are they? At a tough start, Reggie?
Yeah, they won today, though. They won last night and tonight, so they're back on track.
Back at 500?
Yeah, they'll be 500. But Tampa started 6-0, so there's always one team that starts good in their division.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3,000 games, so they got a little while to go. Cam says, how do they get away with no collars but have to wear pants?
Yeah, I don't know. Ask Cam Smith and the boys. Do they have to wear? Can they wear shorts this week?
No.
I'm going to say no.
Let's take a pause here, though, because this is something that I noticed today, and it was one of Bryson's posts, I think. But did you guys see Bryson's new logo?
No.
No? I mean, it's nothing good or anything. It's just BD. But I honestly think that it's really cool that the golfers have the ability to do that. Like, you know, when you see guys wearing Nike, RBC, who's on Phil's shirt forever there, some KPMG Consulting, it just reminds me of like a race car where they're just like bought and paid for by everybody.
Yeah.
But when the guys have the ability to create their own logo, grow their own brand with their own social media, sell that, make a profit off it, that just seems like much more of a normal world to me and how things should be.
Right. When you get to that level, though, like sponsors do a big favor to those guys off the start and fund them so they could play. Right?
For sure.
But then at what point do you cut ties with them and be like, hey, man, I made it. Thanks for everything, but see you later.
Right.
Like
But
Cam
they just
Young
keep
probably
throwing
has to
bags at
gas
you.
a couple.
MLB?
Big MLB fan. I can't blame him, but it makes him look weird, honestly. Like
too many sponsors?
Yeah, postings like that too. There's a few guys that are just have way too much going on.
I agree with that.
Jason, did you see him bitching about Tiger not returning his text messages now?
Bryson?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wished him happy birthday,
I thought that was
and
fake news.
I got absolutely nothing back. Yeah. I mean, I'm not looked by anything. Okay.
What a goofy prick. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, he's just been absolutely forgotten about. Even
Bryson
like when you do
too,
talk
yeah,
about live guys, he's not near the top of discussion.
Why is
Did
that?
he get hurt after he worked out so hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like recanted and said that that's something I shouldn't have done.
That was an absolutely insane phase when Bryson was balking.
It was too much.
Like that was
I don't know.
insane.
We praised it at one point on here. Yeah.
We did, for sure we did. But like
but I'm pretty sure we also predicted that he was going to get hurt eventually.
I think so.
Like, it's not sustainable. Okay, Carson asked, what will a past winner or first-time winner win? I'm going to guess past.
I'm going to go past too. No, I'm not, actually. Sorry.
I want first time to win, though.
Rory?
No.
Or has Rory won it?
No.
No,
not the Masters, I guess.
He should have won in 2010.
He's the tour champion.
He sure didn't that year.
Do you know what else nobody misses? Bryson's old hat. That's something that we don't talk about enough.
Yeah, man, that thing made him look stupid for a long time.
Oh, the 1920s newspaper boy hat.
Yeah.
It's good to see that he moved past that at least. I don't know. I love the fact that these guys are able to create their own brand. They can sell that too, which they'll get a chunk of. So they don't necessarily need the sponsors at that point. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many BD hats will be sold, but there will be some for sure. And they can monetize their content. I just believe that that's how it should be. Instead of being owned by these big corporations and being puppets for them, it just gives them a lot more ability to, say what's on their mind. Because as soon as you have a sponsor, as soon as somebody's paying you to put their logo on your chest, they control you.
But they kind of are controlled still right now.
Who?
Because they have to wear their team logos on their shirts right now.
DJ is rocking his 4 Aces shirt, wasn't he?
They all have to.
Well, they don't. Well, like in live, yes.
No, I think it's like a stipulation of their contract that they have to wear them here.
But the Masters can literally tell you to fuck off.
If you're wearing that?
Yeah. So like Cam, interview with Cam said bringing like 2 sets, like one with the logos and one without of clothing. In case they tell him that he can't wear it. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Liv said that they have to wear them, right? Like it was in their contract.
Right. But what are you going to do if you get there and
right. No, I know.
Augusta tells you, yeah.
No, I'm just saying that it was in their contract that they have to wear that team logo. Like that's pretty fucking stupid to me. But
why?
And like those logos are awful.
What do you mean why? I don't know, like when Sidney Crosby goes to the Olympics, he's not wearing a fucking Pittsburgh Penguins shirt or patch on his
He would if he signed a contract saying he would.
I know, but why would you have to? It's just stupid.
They also wear their team things on their All-Star games on their sleeve.
Yeah, that's All-Star games though.
What's the difference? Just a different title.
I think it's stupid. But
I wouldn't have guessed that, Reggie.
Yeah.
I thought
it's gimmicky. I wouldn't like why. I don't know.
Okay.
Like they're not playing for their teams.
I don't know.
If I signed a
$100 million contract and in that contract it said you got to wear an ass on your fucking breast for the rest of your playing career,
that's where you go with it, an ass.
Well, for 100 mil, it'll be yeah.
Drum's already hit the maximum for F-bombs. He hit it in about 2 minutes there too. So he's on a tight leash right now.
He's on a tight leash. From who?
Producers.
He is the producer.
Yeah, I don't know. I dig it. I dig the fact that they're creating their own logos, creating their own teams. It's something different. So let's put a bet on the line here because, the last 6 months, Dad said that we've kind of gone stale with the live chat. So I don't think we need to beat a dead horse with that. And I agree with him. But maybe we put a wager on the line here in terms of a PGA winner versus a live winner. Because for a while in the Kingdom, we used to have whoever had the shittiest pick had to shotgun or chug a beer the next episode.
All right, yeah.
Remember that phase?
Yeah.
And I mean,
as if we did that. What the hell was happening during that time?
I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Just shotgunning beers. What happened to it though? We were just shotgunning beers on live air.
That wasn't live though, I don't think.
No, it wasn't.
No, maybe not. So you want to do like a winner from each?
Like
no, he wants me to have a PGA player and you guys have live.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll gladly take that.
Okay.
None of those dust bags are beating the PGA guys.
Okay. I mean, let's be clear here for anybody hasn't listened to the show before. Drums and I are not on Team Live by any means. We just think that cancel culture has taken over the whole thing and got wrapped up in this. We're not. I'm not. I've watched like 3 rounds of Live. I've watched every PGA event since then. Like, I just think the whole thing was overblown. But point is, me and Drums are going to take Live. Reggie's going to take PGA. And whether it'll be next podcast or the one after, it'll depend on when our guest is able to come, because we're not going to be shotgunning a beer with our next guest that we're going to have on the show. That's for sure. But in either next week or the week after will be the losers will be shotgunning or loser. Deal?
I'll shotgun. I'll double down.
Oh,
if a live guy wins, I'll shotgun 2. You guys can just do 1 each when the PGA guy wins.
This changes everything for me. For how I'm cheering this week.
Yeah, no surprise. You probably be cheering for Tiger
Cam Smith and DJ.
And cheering for Cam Smith to win. You guys have changed.
Right.
I'm cheering for Cam Smith and Tiggy. Those are my 2 guys. And Sonny.
And Max.
I'm cheering for golf. I'm cheering for Rory. I put my house mortgage against him winning, so I hope that he could pull it off.
All right, I'm going to keep things moving along here because we got more to go through. Thomas Friesen said, the Masters theme song until I heard the lyrics.
Until the lyrics?
I think we need to look this up because I was going to look it up earlier, but I didn't. I wanted to save it for the show, so I think we're going to do share the screen here if everybody's okay with that. He said that the lyrics were awful.
I didn't know there was lyrics.
I didn't know that either. The Masters theme.
Oh, there it is.
You got it?
Like on iTunes?
Hey, the Kingdom's live.
Augusta, it's called.
It's called Augusta?
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty terrible, actually.
Not worth checking out. Okay. Turn down a bit.
Who's got it, drums?
I haven't heard of the lyrics yet.
Fast forward it.
I am.
I have them all here, but I have the lyrics, but I don't know where the hell the.
All right.
This is chaos.
So no lyrics.
Man, we're 0 for 2 tonight for trying to find stuff.
All right, next.
I have the lyrics here, but I'm not going to sing them.
Imagine just jumping into this chat like 2 minutes ago. Just some haggard-ass theme song, loud. Is there actually singing, or is there like just the lyrics that go along with it?
I don't know that.
Should have been a little bit more prepared.
German has its own song and own piece of music, which you would have most likely heard at the start of television broadcast during advert breaks or when the leaderboard comes up on the screen. But what is it? Who wrote it? When did it start? It said, well, the music came about after David Loggins, the cousin of American singer-songwriter Kenny Loggins.
Kenny.
Augusta. Well, Dave Loggins.
This is bro?
The cousin of him.
Oh,
visited Augusta National in the start of the 80s.
Jeez.
He was so inspired by the place that he did some research and wrote a song called Augusta, which CBS picked up and debuted in the same decade. Logan said the lyrics came to him on the 14th hole, which we have included below. Loggins has also changed the song over time to include lines about Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson, 2 perennial Masters champions. Yeah.
I feel like we got to round out the show.
What are the lyrics?
What?
Well, what are the lyrics? Just read them.
Long. It's long.
Oh, fuck it.
Can you try to sing it?
We've come too far.
No, I'm not singing.
What did
It's just Jim Nance talking.
That's not what I figured.
Oh, I can't wait to hear him.
what did Kenny Loggins sing?
Who is Kenny Loggins?
Footloose.
Get a banger. No, was it Footloose?
Footloose. He's got like 4 or 5, all from movies.
Yeah, I thought it was like Danger Zone or something.
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yep.
He had another banger too. Kenny Loggins. Kenny, what's your login? Footloose. Oh yeah, Danger Zone.
I wish my foot was loose right now. I'm starting to really get sore in this fucking boot.
Are you in boot?
Yeah, I'm in boot.
How's do you have like a wheelie? Like
No.
a cart that shuffles your leg around?
No.
How's it going upstairs?
It's so weird, man.
Faldo's back, eh? Kenny says.
Ooh.
Yeah, he had his big emotional departure from.
Yeah,
What a boot.
Jesus.
Is Faldo going to be like Bob McKenzie now and just come back for like the Masters and World Juniors and like special events?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he can talk about himself the whole time on the broadcast. What an annoying piece of shit
he
Faldo
seems
is.
like
I
he
don't
was
need
like
him.
hammered 90% of the time. Remember that one clip he's got his glasses upside down?
Yeah. What happened there?
He must
I
have
think
been
he was all
juiced.
greased up.
Okay, we got some more right here. We're going to get to Rubes. Our buddy Rubes said hole 12 and the history. Hole 12 is an underrated part of the Masters, although maybe not underrated, but it's a key aspect, I think, right, in the whole grand scheme of things, because there's been so many turning points from hole 12, and it's just such a crazy hole. Like, how far is it? 160?
With the wind swirls.
But it's the wind, right? Yeah, that makes it tough.
And then also, if you
10?
like, it's just so crazy. If 10, 11, 12, it's just like stuff changes so much there. Like nothing, no tournament's ever really over until you get past those holes, and then you kind of get a game of 13. But even they lengthened it, hey? So
you talked about Rory in 2010. Like 10 was where he exploded, right?
Yeah.
Like, didn't he have a pretty decent lead, and then did he take a 10?
He snapped one out of bounds on 10.
Yeah, and then to the opposite of that is Bubba on 10, making miraculous shots.
Yeah.
Bubba's back in the field.
Bubs.
Oh, I'm pumped to see this, man. Everything.
Yeah, let's just end the pod, go to sleep so we can wake up and watch the Masters.
For real though, like that's what we used to do with Christmas. Like you just go to bed earlier, so then morning comes faster.
Yeah, I'm not missing a shot tomorrow. What? Oh, you know what? I should mention this, because we've talked about it on here before, and nobody's ever really given any responses for it. So we always said that we wanted something where we could watch the players that we wanted to, and we always said we wanted to watch Canadians, and we always said how there's way too many commercials. Well, like I don't know if you've watched it, Drums. I guess you did at George's house that day, but TSN Plus is like the best golf viewing that there is right now. I would say, sure, it's wildly good.
But the Masters always has that though. Like we're
they do. But I'm not saying just for this weekend. I'm saying for every weekend. Like it's what we've been asking for years. Like especially with the Canadians, you can watch their whole round every time.
That was a good decision by TSN. I'm not gonna lie. Like TSN
made purchase.
Questionable decisions through the years, but picking up the PGA, there's just so much around golf right now. It's such an exciting time to be in golf. Legit. Like we see this firsthand every day.
And you can trick them too. You can get a free subscription every weekend with a new email. So
really?
Yeah.
That won't be around forever.
I haven't paid for one yet.
I mean, I have like 20 different emails, so
I've had a few. East was really into watching golf a couple weekends ago. Used your email.
I was thinking about Tiger in 2019 today, and it's like I didn't realize it, but like Tiger won in April, or it was April 2019, right? That's when the Masters was that year. It wasn't messed up with COVID yet. April 2019, and then King Golf launched in May 2019. And I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I just feel like I went like 10 years or so without really giving a shit about golf. And I'm thinking that Tiger had a big role in that just because of his absence. And then him winning and just, probably because he won the Tour Championship right before that, right, in 2018. So that might have kind of got the ball rolling again for me.
The Zozo, I think.
And the Zozo was right before that. No, Zozo was at the end of 2019. No, I don't know. Anyways, I just didn't realize that they were kind of tied together there. And I think that like Tiger winning again in 2019 or the Tour Championship, one of those two, I just feel like that was such a huge revitalization for golf all around. And then you mix in COVID, and then you mix in the best field of all time that we're experiencing right now. Like there's just never been a better time, I don't think, to be in golf and talking about golf. And it's just like, it's awesome.
And honestly, like if Netflix just put out that show and like they're going to get some extra viewers, which I think a lot of people watch the Masters anyways, like more so than any other golf tournament. But like if people are tuning into this one, like for the first time ever watching a major, like even that Dell match play, man, if they were watching like that tournament for the first time, like golf, and watching that, like that was Scottie and Rory and like Cam Young, an up and comer, and Burnsy, like,
yeah,
that was sick golf, man. There's some crazy good golf being played right now.
I think that if Tiger's in somewhat contention this weekend at all, like not even if he has like a realistic chance, but if he's in somewhat contention, I think that they're going to shatter records for viewership this weekend.
I think so too, because like it's almost getting to the point where I whatever it is, what it is, but like
yes.
In the last decade, like the only time they really get like serious viewers, like crazy viewers, is when Tiger's in the hunt. But I think there's like players that are becoming like, not for us per se, but I think there's players that are becoming like as likable, not as likable, but very, very, very likable to watch. Like for people just to watch, even if Tiger's not in contention, they tune in. Like they're like, oh, Rahm's in the lead. Holy shit, I better go watch this. Or Rahm and Scheffler are battling, or Rahm and Rory, or like there's just so many heavyweights right now. It's like fucking nuts, man.
But I think that just speaks to, you know, where we're at right now in golf, because if people didn't really give a shit about golf, then they wouldn't give a shit about those players either. But the fact that there's so many people invested in golf right now, because 10 years ago, everybody would just ask, how's Tiger doing? They didn't know anybody else who golfed. And the PGA, like the Netflix special had a big impact to that, but just like people's overall buy-in of golf, and just like so much has changed in the last 3 years. It's awesome.
It is. Good time to have a golf company.
Good time to be alive, for sure. Next one here. Roscoe, he says tradition too. So Rubes and Roscoe both said history and tradition, which is a big part of Augusta for sure. Just seeing the same holes.
Yep.
Carson, he said, this was a good one. He said, thinking I'm going to hit a 15-fold on grouping bets and make $3 million. That sounds like Reggie.
A 15-fold. I'll take a Lambo if you do, Cars.
Yeah. Jackson Deloria says, amen corner, which we were just discussing. That's kind of like a big swing in the whole event. But Kyle K, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. He says balls in the water on 12. And the final one, we're going to round this out with Tim Knight. He said the feels.
The feels.
It's a good one.
That's what it boils down to. At the end of the day, you blend all that together and you get the feels for Augusta and the Masters. And it's just like it's something that you can't really put into words, but we're here.
No.
It's almost
watching
like
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, that theme song hits.
What's more exciting, Thursday morning or Sunday morning?
I don't know.
Depends who's in the hunt on Sunday and how big the gap is. If somebody's way in control on Sunday, it sucks. But
like last year,
yeah,
that's what I mean. Like what I was just talking about there was like I do not remember anything that happened from like 2006 to 2018 in golf. Like I couldn't tell you one person who won. Like who was winning? Zach Johnson,
Adam Scott, Bubba.
It was just
Phil.
I feel like golf was on such a decline there. And yeah, I don't know.
Webb Simpson. Webb Simpson won with that bird behind him.
I think I would enjoy your jail cell, pal.
Yeah.
I think Thursday morning, because you just don't know what's going to happen, right? It's anything goes. And on Sunday, you kind of have an idea what's going to happen. At least like last year, Scheffler was 30 strokes ahead of everybody. So it's like, yeah, I'll watch it, but it's not the same as Thursday morning. Anything could happen.
Honestly, that one generation was shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like shit golfers.
He went twice, didn't he?
Those were the guys that were like
and then he
in
got
golf.
extradited.
Yeah.
That era was like your classic, like golf pro, like hammer 12 beers, like John Daly's of the world, right? They were there not because of Tiger, right after Tiger, But now we're watching all the people who were raised by Tiger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. Because like I'm thinking of like Mark Calcavecchia, Angel. Like those are just guys who, you know, who would be a golf pro, and they're just like
Rich Beam.
But I'm talking even in that next crew, like Drums just said, Rich Beam, and then like Hunter Mahan and like Zach Johnson and like Webb Simpson. Like those guys were shit, man. Honestly, like no, like for the game.
But yeah,
I'm
like
saying,
George
like,
said, like he fell off. He
how could you
like
not?
George said he fell off. Look at the rest of the world. Like they can't be invested in somebody like that.
No, I want to look up like 2009 Masters leaderboard. I want to see like the dipshits that played that year.
There we go. I'm back. Back.
Did you hear some of those guys we were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, Chad Campbell. Here we go. Oh, man, this is exactly what I wanted to see. Angel Cabrera won. Chad Campbell and Kenny Perry finished second. Kenny Perry. Steve Flesh, John Merrick, Steve Stricker, Jim Furyk, Hunter Mahan, Sean O'Hare, like Jeff Ogilvie, Nick Watney, Rory Sabbs, Justin Rose. Like, this was a shit time for golf, man.
What year was this?
Stewie Appleby. Anthony Kim played that year. This is 2009. I think this is at golf's low point.
I would agree.
What about like Trevor Immelman?
Oh, Jimmy Walker. Yeah, Jimmy Walker, Jason Duffner. Like
Danny.
What's Trevor Immelman's deal? Does he not golf anymore? Like he's a past Masters champion, is he not?
Yeah, he finished T20 that year. Stuart Appleby, Robert Allenby, like Luke Donald.
These were the guys who just got shit pounded by Tiger their whole career, and then
confidence at an all-time low from getting shit pounded by the Teague.
That was good shit. There's a lot of that too. Like in 2001, you look at those leaderboards, but yeah, now we're seeing the real impact that Tiger had on the game. Like Tiger brought on this field.
Watching him.
Yeah.
Luke D was world number 1. Yeah, that's unfortunate. With his visor.
But I mean, it just goes to show, like, yeah, times are great right now, but in 10 years from now or whatever it is, I mean, I think we'll go a long time now just because of everything we have right now and what kind of impact that's going to have on the future of golf. But you still have to just be thankful and grateful that we have such great golf to watch right now, right? Like Tiger's not going to be around forever.
Unless they find something that they can keep him around forever.
Every round that Tiger plays is just like, I don't know.
Look at what Colby said. That's a hilarious comment, man. Y.E. Yang.
Oh, yeah.
Y.E. Yes.
That was kind of like where Tiger, I mean, he was probably in the midst of all that shit at the time, eh?
Oh, he was in the midst of it all, right?
Oh, yeah, he was balls deep.
But that's kind of when it all went down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like 09 or 010? You say 010 or just 10?
2010.
012?
He was balls deep. In what drums?
Everything. All of it. Were they these waitresses? Is that what he was? No, Perkins.
Yeah, he had a bit of everything, but it's nice to see that he gassed. You know, I would really like to see another Tiger win, less Erica.
She wasn't really that involved in the celebration last time, was she, though?
Well, I mean, he hugged everybody except her last. So, I mean, that's kind of like an indication of how everything was, I think.
Right.
She was dust. I honestly think the Tiger's going to win just because he gassed her.
Dead weight.
I can't see.
It's Wai Yang lifting his bag over his head after he beat Tiger.
His bag?
Yeah, his golf bag.
I'll try to find it.
Can you not see it?
No, not very good.
Well, he's wearing all white. That's why it's so hard to see.
Well, you're just showing glare.
Oh, really?
Why did he do that?
Don't know.
Fucking celebration.
That was actually cool when Hideki won a couple years ago when his caddy bowed down to the on the 18th green.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Look how pumped he is.
Oh. We're back to the spreadsheet.
Yeah, that was really cool, actually. That was probably one of the cooler moments in our Masters time, eh?
And it's funny, we don't even talk about Hideki. Like
Hideki he might be the most underrated player ever.
He's still very much in the mix. Oh.
Like, why?
There it is. No, you can't see it, eh?
Wait, bring.
Like, Hideki, he never quite got the credit he deserved, I don't think.
Wow. Well, I would say tonight's show has been the absolute worst. Screen sharing, songs, everything. We're 0 for like 5 tonight on things we're trying to share.
That's okay. People forgive us. We're just an amateur podcast.
Yeah, we're new to this whole thing. We have no formal podcast training. Oh, yeah. I was going to say that at the start of the show. Like some of the best moments of the Masters, like not the best, but like the wildest things that have ever happened have been like on the days leading up to the Masters. Like when Finau snapped his ankle there.
Oh,
yeah. So, ugh.
I'm surprised he even golfed again after that.
DJ wiping out on the stairs.
I want to know what happened.
Who got an ace skipping it out of the pond? Was it Rahm?
Yeah.
Can't share anything.
George, try to go 1 for 6 on the screen shares.
On what? His ankle?
Yeah.
Oh God, help me!
Like, isn't it crazy? Like, all the time.
I don't want to look at it.
So, like, there's every pool. Like right now, it's Rory, Scottie, and Rahm. Like, how do you pick one of those guys right now? How do you actually pick one? Like, all the golf pools out there, they're going to be won by whoever you pick out of those 3. Because one of those 3 guys is probably going to win the Masters this year.
Who?
Rahm, Rory, or Scottie.
How do you know?
Because they're the big
Cam.
3 right now. I mean, yeah, or Cam. That's fair. I put Cam up there, but
with the Moulet.
I actually no, I don't put him up there because he hasn't had the competition that those guys have had.
Backtracks. Hey, chicken.
What are we doing?
Can we see that? Oh yeah.
Oh, video.
We got the video, folks. Can we go 1 for 6? Can we do it?
7th hole. This was just a moment ago. Tony Finau.
Oh,
Isn't he get an ace? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Is that?
Children with him.
Oh!
Yoink.
Sprained an ankle.
He
pops it
let's
in.
hope he didn't. He's waving that he's all right, I hope. Waving at his family to come join him.
Oh,
Out to play his first Masters tomorrow. And
his first Masters? Oh. That's tragedy.
He played, hey?
I think he pulled out.
No, he played.
The whole week?
He might have MC Hammer, but
Yeah, I don't know when that was. What year? Because he played in the final round with Tiger, but I don't think that was that year, eh?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay, we're off the rails here. We got one
That's okay.
successful.
It doesn't really matter. If anybody's in here at this point, they're here for us to be off the rails.
That's true. But we still got to be mindful of the folks listening to after on the podcast, because there's a lot of dead air on this one. I can't wait to rewatch Drums' meltdown. I'm probably going to put that on repeat. Okay, Reggie. Let's take it out of here. Which is Gary Player still honorary starter? No.
Was he ever? So.
I'm just trying to find.
Remember his fucking kid was off golf balls and stuff?
He was what?
Remember his kid was like advertising golf ball shit in the background?
Oh yeah.
Fucking
his kid got banned. His kid got banned from it, or did Gary Player get banned from it too?
I think he's not allowed either.
That wasn't that long ago.
Because I think that's
last year.
Bitching about. Was it last year or the year before? Yeah, I can't remember.
Last year.
Okay, boys, I gotta bounce.
Yeah, me too. I gotta whiz.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do tomorrow? Just enjoy ourselves, or do you guys want to fire up a group chat or something?
You want to hop on here tomorrow night?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how much we got to review afterwards. I might be able to do it tomorrow, Reggie.
During the day?
No promises, but tomorrow night. I mean, Drums, you're working tomorrow though, eh?
Yes, sir.
I'd probably pop on during the day, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. If Tigers mix it, huh? Well, cut what?
Tigers cut.
Oh, no. Do a Masters gambling pod. What do you mean by that, Bryce? How could we do that? I feel like this was a Masters gambling pod.
I think like live bets.
Oh, yeah. That'd be sick, actually. Like if this pod goes in?
No, I mean like hitting live bets. I'll be hitting live bets all day tomorrow. So I'll share a couple on Twitter. I'll share a couple screenshots on bets I make, and then can I do that? Are we partnered with Bet365?
You trying to be Czar?
Yeah.
I think
my foot is really sore right now.
Yeah, we could possibly do this show tomorrow night, but obviously no promises. We'll see what's going on, see how people are feeling. If Tiger has a good round, I'm thinking we'll probably have to come on here and discuss it, even if it's a half-hour show.
Cool.
Yeah. I've been hanging dead weight on
all right, everybody.
For the last hour and a half. So
good show tonight, boys.
Everybody get sleep,
man.
So we can.
I really. Sorry, Drums. There's a bit of lag here, but I'm really happy that I got that laughing tonight. I think that's going to bring some some laughter.
Fuck all y'all. Fuck all you guys.
Okay, Drums, take us out of here, buddy.
Okay, we're out of here. Everybody get to sleep immediately. We can all wake up, and it's Masters. So good night. We will potentially chat tomorrow, but we're out. Love you, boys. Peace. Later.
Love you, boys.
Love you, fellas. Talk to you very soon.